Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com here. English Wines Part 2. I don't know if you saw the video I did the other day when I had 5 still white wines. Today it's the turn of, well, I've got a rosé, 2 reds, 3 sparklers. And the rosé, not sure what the grape varieties are, but Chapel Down English rosé. In England, yes, there is a bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, there is a bit of Pinot Noir, but in general, if people are growing grapes to make still wines, it will tend to be things that have been specially developed for cooler, wetter climates. So things like Rondo, Triomphe, maybe a bit of Dornfelder, but yeah, Rondo and Triomphe seem to be the ones that are quite popular. I imagine this has got those in, plus probably some Pinot Noir or something like that. Well, you never know. It might be some Sauvignon Blanc with a dollop of Rondo in just to give it the colour. Anyway, so it's 2009. Smells okay. Smells like it's got a nice little bit of strawberry pie and apple edge. Perfectly pleasant. I wouldn't say huge depth. Touch just about off dry. This nice strawberry and apple pie, cold strawberry and apple pie edge. Not huge complexity, but nice, honest summer drink. Fair enough. Next one, the Bolney Wine Estate Booker's Vineyard Pinot Noir. So Pinot Noir is one of the things that can just about ripen here, but not often enough to do so proper. Well, they're certainly not going to be doing Gevrey Chambertin or anything like that. But we'll see when we get onto the sparkling wine what people do use Pinot Noir for with great success here. Let's see what it's like as a still wine. Well. If you'd given me that and said it was Beaujolais, I would have very much have believed you, because it's got this raspberry bubblegum edge that reminds me of a young Beaujolais, where it's been made with carbonic maceration. I imagine that's what they'd have used for this. It smells like it's not going to be incredibly rich and complex, but also what I would say in its favour, feels like it's been complicated with any oak aging. It's been left to be in its young, fresh state. Fair enough wine, that. It's got this nice sappy freshness to it. Yeah, and Beaujolais is a really good comparison. Forget your Burgundies. This is much more in that young, crunchy, boisterous red fruit. Yeah, Beaujolais style. Let's see what their wine made from. What are the grapes here? The Dark Harbison. Yes, this is Rondo and Triomphe. So 2008 vintage, so a year older. Well, it's got what I call spiky bramble fruit. It feels like there are some weird grapes that they grow in northern Italy and over into that sort of Central Europe area. Things like Refosco. And it almost feels like it's got what I call a fizzy fruit edge. But brambles, slightly earthiness, maybe a bit dolcetto-like even. It's got this slightly vegetal edge, which I'm not so keen on. But I don't mind that crunchy fruit around it. Okay. I prefer the Pinot Noir. This has got a bit more concentration, but I think the Pinot works more successfully as a wine. We're on to the sparklers now. I'll just give my glass a quick rinse. Okay, I was saying that Pinot Noir, one of the main uses that it's put for in England is for sparkling wine. Now, England's been making sparkling wine for quite a long time, but it's only really, I would say, in the last 15 years that the winemakers have fully got to grips with the fact that we're not all that far north of Champagne and have planted the same grape varieties and have followed the same sort of aging method and produced some wines which, well, so they're often mistaken for champagnes. But this first one, yes, I think there's a bit of Pinot Noir in here, but what else is in there? I've got it all here. 65% Seyval Blanc, 25% Reichensteiner. But you smell it, and what you notice is the care that's been taken in aging. It's I don't know what the age of it is here. It's a non-vintage wine, but it feels like it's had quite a bit of time on the yeast, developing a nutty, creamy edge, a bit of biscuit, that brioche edge, and yeah, there's some nice appley fruit there, maybe a bit of smokiness too. Well, to be honest, if you'd said that had been made with the Champagne varieties, I think you'd have taken me in. If there's anything that gives it away, maybe on the finish there's this slight smoky floral edge. But nice wine, nice wine. Well, let's see what the next one's like. Again, it looks like a work in progress. This it's got a handwritten label, Guzman Brut, 2006. I imagine it's already bottled and disgorged. So hey, and I think this is, what have I got here as a blend? 46 Chardonnay, 41 Pinot Noir, 13% Pinot Meunier. And there's a slight, I stick my nose in and there's a slightly cheesy edge. I don't know where that cheesy edge has come from. Malolactic fermentation, where you convert the apelid malic acidity into the more milky lactic acidity, and it's gone slightly off. But there's this cheesy edge, or it may be to do with lees, and I'm not sure. But it's one of the things I noticed first. But there's also a quite nice rounded, again, that brioche edge, warm cooked bread. Yeah, and some apples. Well, that cheesy edge, actually, it's not as prominent when you taste it as when you smell it. It does tend to take over because the fruit behinds are quite delicate. Yes, I like that smoky edge, that yeasty, biscuity complexity, and I like that green apple fruit. You know, when green apples they develop just that little bit of brown. It's got a feel of that to it, but just that cheesy edge. I wish that weren't there. Good, but not great. Let's try the last one. I picked this bottle up and I thought it was the Ale Vineyard. Oh, it's Thiel Vineyard. A year older, and I'm pretty sure that this is all Chardonnay. Can't tell from here. And have I got the cork here? Yeah. This cork came out. I'll hold it up. I don't know if you'll be able to see that from there. Maybe I'll take a picture. Or maybe not. That's the way I am. But it says on here, Richview Merit. Now, Richview is one of the UK's top sparkling producers, and Merit's one of their cuvées. In fact, I think it was Sir Christopher Merit who is supposed to have invented bottle-fermented sparkling wines before Dom Perignon. So this is the Thiel Vineyard grows the grapes, make a wine, send it off to Richview to be fizzified, if you want to call it that. And well, this smells like it's going to, I mean, I smell it and it smells like it's both leaner and finer than the Guzman. It's got this, yes, this nice apple and lemon intensity, but it feels thinner, more aristocratic. Yeah, yes, finer. Really classy wine, that. It's got this lovely mixture of richness and restraint. It's got this backbone, it's got acidity. The trouble is, when you taste lots of sparkling wines, it does build up, and you're not supposed to say this, but sparkling wine, you taste it and it makes you burp. But it feels like beyond the burp-inducing bubbles, there's this lovely freshness, and none of that cheesy edge here. I don't know if they put it through the malolactic here. Certainly there's this fine, spine-tingling acidity here. But there's other things going on there. There's this little bit of floral edge. There's some of that yeasty edge, but not too much. Yeah, it just feels finer. It feels like a wine with breed. I mean, it sounds like it's very old-fashioned wine term, wine with breed, but it really is much more of a class act. Well, I think that's pretty nice. What have we got a price here? 23 quid. There's some really bad champagne at 23 quid. There's some really bad champagne at 33 quid. Go out, English Wine Week next week, I think, or whenever you're watching this, I'll flash the dates up. Be patriotic, buy something like that. 3 Quires is good too. Anyway, 6 English wines. Hope you enjoyed them. I enjoyed some of them more than others, but see you soon.